Hello, 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 everybody. It's your girl Ashley, the amateur expert, and I'm coming to you live today on the Amateur Expert Live show. I will be interviewing Shaleah Williams of 87 Pixels, and I'm excited for you guys to hear about what she has to share, her journey with both her entrepreneurial career as well as her day job. So, if you don't know, the concept of the show is I talk to people about their career path. I ask them about the tips and motivators that they use along the way, as well as their idea of success. So, as soon as Julia gets in, we'll get started. And she's in. Perfect. Hello, hello, Shaleah. How are you?
Hi,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I can hear you, so that's good.
You know, I'm
So,
here.
perfect. So, if you can, please introduce yourself. Let everyone know who you are and what you do currently for work.
So, my name is Shaleah Williams. I am a native of New Haven, Connecticut. Lived here all my life. I love this cute little town. Um,
Love it.
Day, I'm a senior solutions architect at a software company downtown. And by night and weekends and all my other free time, is with my photography business, 87 Pixels. I've been shooting for as long as I can remember, probably since I had my first Polaroid when I was little. I've always been really comfortable behind the camera, and branded myself maybe in 2013. And I'm here now. I got a little studio on Sheldon Avenue, and I shoot all types of people for all types of things. Lifestyle portraits are always fun. Maternity ones have been really awesome lately. And of course,
Nice.
and weddings, because I love a good candid photo.
I love it. So, tell me this. What did you want to be when you were younger?
Man, I think I wanted to be a doctor. And then I think that turned into being like the director of game day operations at Madison Square Garden. I know that's like super specific, but
It is.
I
What
definitely
was the motivating
was
factor behind that?
I think it was like, oh my gosh, I could get to plan the halftime shows and invite little kids to do like drill step stuff
Mm,
during the shows. And I've always been like kind of organized and somebody who corrals people to manage them together to do things. So I thought operations was it. Now, if you ask me now what I want to be when I grow up, I want to be a stay-at-home mom. I don't have any kids yet, but I think the ultimate goal is to have enough income, passive income where I don't have to work so
exactly.
much, so I
Yeah.
can stay at home and be a mom and raise my kids.
I love it. So, when you were thinking about being a doctor and working at Madison Square Garden, what was your idea of success? What did you think that looked like or felt like?
For me, it was just about being happy, not having to like want for anything, having
Mm,
enough money to take care of myself and my family and, buy things and go on vacations. I was raised by a single mom who was really frugal. So I always had everything I needed,
mm,
and was kind of raised to not really cry about not getting things that I wanted.
wanted, yeah.
Um, and I think I live by that now. Yeah, I just left Walmart. I love their shirts. So I do what I can to just be happy and,
Yeah.
kind of live freely. So success for me is just being having the freedom to just kind of live. And I think even then it was about, if I have enough to be at home and take care of my kids, then that's success.
So your idea of success hasn't changed, which is kind of cool. So tell me this: how did you get from the idea of what you wanted to do when you were younger, Doctor slash Madison Square Garden, to working as a And what was that?
It's my official title is a senior solutions engineer. Essentially I digitize processes, um, take take people's lives, get rid of the paper, try to digitize as much as I can, creating forms and workflows and dashboards.
Okay.
Um, I went to school for business management. So I took like one class in information systems and just kind of ended up here. And I
Okay.
think it works for me. I've always been a super techie person.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always been about being of service and helping people.
Mm.
So I'm marrying those two by being able to use my technical skills to help people, live their lives more productively. So it's cool.
I love it. And what made you decide to venture out and create your own entrepreneurial endeavor, your
So I
studio?
actually started, I used to have a business called Audacious 1987. I made bow
The bow
ties,
ties, yes.
bow ties and accessories, with a good friend from college. We ended up, we would go to Miami almost yearly, annually. And during one of those trips, I brought some bow ties and she had made some earrings. And we were just like, why aren't we selling our stuff together? So that kind of got me into the entrepreneurial spirit.
Mm,
And then I bought a really good camera so that I could take pictures of my products and found that I enjoyed taking pictures of my models more than of my products.
mm-hmm.
So 87 pixels came about and it's been great. I love, interacting with people, getting them to smile, getting them to engage with their angles,
Mm-hmm.
in their true self.
And although
That's
sometimes that's a
the
really
best
hard
part.
job for you to do.
Our shoot together was awesome. No worries.
Well, thank you. Okay, so that's really cool. So tell me this. Tell me what tips and motivators you use along the way, as far as getting you maybe to the job that you have that you love, or that feeling like you're marrying your two passions, and then also maybe a different tip and or motivator that you used when starting your business or developing your brand.
Hmm. So I think it's all about staying true to yourself. When you do things that you enjoy or that kind of make you happy or make your brain tick,
Hmm.
they tend to be easier, and more enjoyable.
Yep.
So I think it kind of took me a while to get into the role that I currently am,
Okay.
with my 9 to 5. Um, I spent 5.5 years building databases for Subway headquarters, and realized rather quickly that I could care less about sandwiches. But I really enjoyed, putting dashboards together
Yeah.
and helping people with their data, which is how I kind of rolled into my current job. So I needed that to kind of learn and see like this is kind of what I like. And then with the photography, it was very much I'm like one of my favorite things to do is people watch.
Mm.
So it kind of gave me an excuse to people watch. I love just watching people and figuring out their interactions and kind of almost making a story behind it.
Yep.
So with my photography, I aim to evoke feelings with the photos that I take. I take good care in making things look the way that I think will make people feel something. Um, so and it all goes back to like, being passionate and kind of loving what you do and that's easy. So if I can like get
Yep.
a genuine smile and catch a good angle and
Yep.
hit it with some nice light, then like it all feels good and that's the goal.
That's awesome. So I think those are all of my main questions. So you said that your main goal for your career is to be a stay-at-home mom. So what steps are you sort of doing to make that happen?
So for my 9 to 5, it's about, I mean, 9 to 5, 5 to whenever, it's always about hustling hard,
Mhm.
putting your best foot forward, expending maximum effort. I work hard, but I also play hard.
Mhm.
I think that's really important. But I work hard, so I'm always trying to think about how I can take, my life, my world, my work, to the next level. It gets hard to balance because I am a bit of a workaholic, both,
Mm.
during my day job and with the photography.
Yep.
It takes a little longer than I like sometimes to edit just because I'm trying to be, more particular than
Hmm.
some others. But I think that's what makes me me.
Yep.
So it's really about keeping on the grind, um, and doing and staying true to myself,
Yeah.
which is really about like the hustler in me and the perfectionist, which kind of gets me in trouble a little bit because I spend too much time doing things. But like at the end of the day, I'm just like, yeah, that's great because
Yeah. You feel
I
fulfilled.
put in all that effort. So I think that if I just, continue to stay true to myself, keep putting in the effort, it takes me places.
Mm.
People at my job love me. I don't get any complaints with my photography work. The clients just continue to grow year over year. It's been awesome. So I just think if I just continue to do what I'm doing, everything will kind of fall in place.
I love it.
It
That's
it
perfect.
it definitely means that it takes planning and effort, but at the same time, staying true to that, it'll be easy because I'm doing what I love and enjoy. So it's cool.
That's perfect. So my last question for you is, if you can please teach me something. So I call myself the amateur expert. I consider, or not consider, I think I know a little bit about a lot. And so I'd like to have something that I can put in my pocket to say, hey, Shaleah taught me that. Or if I'm in conversation, I can drill into it and say, well, did you know that because Shaleah said? So if you could, random fact, tidbit of information, another source of inspiration or motivator, but just something that I can say, Shaleah taught me that.
So you probably already knew, but I think it's important. The photographer in me, I'm not a fan of when people like hit you with the like the angles, right? So like the most beautiful part of yourself is like when things are proportionate
Yeah.
and dead on. So like don't be afraid of your face. Like lead with your
Mm,
face. Smile or not, but always engage with the eyes. And be dead on. Like you don't have to shield or hide yourself with the angles. Like the most powerful and like the most beautiful view of yourself is the one where it's just dead on. So just give face all the time.
I love it. That is perfect. Well, thank you, ma'am, for doing this show, for sharing your insight, and I wish you the best of luck. And I hope to do many more shoots with you.
Yes, looking forward to those.
And yeah, the photos will be out this week, I think. So I'm excited.
Awesome. Let's drop them.
Yes. Thank you so much.
All
Talk soon.
right.
Bye.
Later.